Hello there, I'm Chef Johnny. This is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Appreciate you stopping by today. We have a wonderful recipe for you. We are breaking out the wild game again. We're going to make some country style ribs. Sometimes you hear them called finger ribs. Usually they're not a rib at all, to tell you the truth. A lot of times they're cut off the shoulder blade and they'll cut them into what looks like ribs. Sometimes they'll take them down off the lower loin and put some of that loin in there with them. But a lot of times all they are is a shoulder blade cut up. And they call them ribs because they're cut into strips, but they're not at all. It is a low and slow cook normally though to get them. So we're going to be cooking some of those. They're not your regular ones though. These actually are off of an axis deer. My buddy Don, he brought these over to me the other day, came out dove hunting, and he dropped off some axis deer for me. So we're cooking them up tonight. We're going to give you some close-ups so you can see how much different axis deer looks than white-tailed deer. A lot more fat on it, marbling through the meat. It's an excellent meat. This is an excellent recipe. I think you're going to enjoy it. So stick around and watch me smoke up these country style axis ribs on the Weber kettle. In a second, you're going to see these axis deer have fat on them where a whitetail does not. I love an axis deer. It's got a great flavor. So let's get in close and look and see how I season up these country style ribs. You can see this beautiful, lot of fat on these. There's marbling through them. And today what I'm using is I'm using ham grenade from War Pig. Y'all seen my videos before. Y'all know I really do like this product. But you can find them at HEB's if you're here in Texas. There's a nice little look at it. Kind of just get the sides a little bit. Put them all side by side. That way I can get them all at one time. And now the other side. Get that side good. Okay, War Pig barbecue ham grenade is on there. Let's lay them down. Let's look at getting them on this grill. Let's get these and we're going to lay them on this Weber. I've got some pecan chips on there to give us some smoke tonight. Should give us a good flavor there. These little ones I'm going to put to the outside edge, this little cooler over there. Keep this pit somewhere around 275 degrees. You can see I've got a temperature probe in there. New gauge I got. I'll show you all that thermometer in a minute, but got it on there. Let's get these covered up. I'm start soaking in some smoke, and we'll get right back with you. Here we go. Here's the Smartro up close. It's hooked on the side of my Weber Performer, but you can see pit's right at 275. It's got a good loud alarm. They'll let you know if it goes over. Right now we're sitting at 195. I do like that magnet. Let me back off here and let you see. See, it sticks on there, so it stays. A lot of times I think pit magnets don't do that. That's one of the things I do like about this one. And if you look, that is easy to read on this display. If we turn it over and look at the back, you can see it is made in China, but it's got a little fold out leg on it. So now, hope I changed didn't mean to, but you can see I changed it to beef. Let me show you how we do this. We're going to go back and we're going to meat select. And we're going to go back to my preset over here of 275. Pit's 273. So, we're doing all right. Everything's looking good there. And these country style ribs are up to 158 degrees. So I have a probe on each one. But it is a nice little thermometer. I don't even know what the cost is. Haven't even looked at it yet. Got it in the other day. Someone sent it to me. And it's a nice little thermometer. Might be something you want to look at. So there we go. A little bit under. I'm going to come down here. I lowered this a while ago. Y'all can kind of see down here. I got it marked. It's a quarter open. That's halfway open for my baffles in my bottom of my Weber. I just put little arrows on there. There is our thermometer. And our ribs are at 156. So let's wait a little bit longer and we'll get these babies sauced up. This deer meat we have is up to about 160 degrees. So we're going to open it up and I'm just going to flip these end for end and turn them over. Just like that. I'm going to check the temperature on these smaller ones, kind of see where they're at. You can tell they have good smoke on them. That looks good. Cover them back up, take them up about another 30 degrees, and we'll see if they're tender. Ribs just hit 195. Alarm went off. Like I said, loud and clear. I like that alarm on there. You're not going to miss it. But we're going to get these ribs off. We're going to put some sauce on them. A little snafu from War Pig. We're going to sauce these up, get them back on just for a few minutes, and then we're going to give them a try. Pull these off. They're getting nice and tender. So we got the probe for a minute. I still see moisture in them, so that's good. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this snafu, and I tell you what, here you go, see what it looks like here. But the snafu at the American Royal, I think they got 10th place chicken using snafu. So it's good stuff. I like it real well, but we're just going to drizzle some across the top. Oop, almost forgot. Wasn't going to drizzle it on all of them. Now I'll just brush it on. I'm not eating sugar, so I'm only getting one of these tonight. There's your sauce. Let's get them back onto the Weber. Not going to worry about putting our probe back in there. They're cooked all as far as I want them to go. So they're going to be good. And this other one, I'm just going to cover it with a little bit of foil. I'm not going to put it back on there. All we're doing there is setting the sauce. So let's go a few minutes and we'll pull those off. See if we can get these off the grill now. They're looking pretty. Gave that sauce time to kind of set up a little bit. There we have it. Got some beautiful deer meat out here. It is looking pretty and cooked up really well. I like that nice little thermometer I used. If y'all want to check it out, there'll be a link down there. And I mentioned not having any sugar. I'm on the diet with Roger Ragland. So this deer meat's going to be fine. There is a little bit of sugar in that rub, so I did not want to add sauce to it. Now you can get sugar-free sauces other places, but I did one for me that has no sauce on it, so I'm going to try this one. It does have a nice smoke ring on it. Maybe you can see it there, but got a good smoke ring. These were $275. Took me about 2 hours to get them up to probably 200 now. I pulled them at 195 and sauced them with another 5 or 10 minutes without the gauge in there. But beautiful looking piece of Axis. Let's give it a try. That's good. Once again, War Pig did a great job. Ham grenade. I'm loving ham grenade. And I'll put a link for it for you so you can find it. My competition rib video using ham grenade. It's won 2 cook-offs for me. I've entered it in 2 and it won 2. So anyways, I like that a lot. Having a lot of success with it, but great country style ribs. I hope you'll give them a try. I hope you'll try this recipe. If you do, leave me a message down there. Tell me how it turned out. Even if you don't have the Axis deer, go over there. You get you some country style ribs. They're going to be pork ribs. Give those a try. Or sometimes you'll even see some steaks that are called finger ribs. They're not a rib, but you can pick them up that way. My wife gets them at the store every once, so you got to cook them low and slow to break it down, or you have to braise them or something. So any type of recipe, these work great for it. It turned out fantastic. I appreciate you stopping by. Don, appreciate you giving me the Axis deer for this video. Everybody, all the best for me and my family, to you and your family. And thanks for stopping by, and we're going to catch you down the road again on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. Good night, everybody.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.